parents, your friends, your society growing up. And since it belongs to someone else, it will not feel right once you identify it. And once you realize it's illogical and doesn't belong to you, you'll automatically drop it.
Hey, pretty.
Is not the result of the past.
No.
And the future is not the result of the present.
No.
Please explain.
All things exist now. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Well, then. All right. All things exist now. Then what you call the past and what you call the future and all of its variations in both directions also all exist at the same time. Look at it as probabilities, yes?
Yes.
Nothing is chiseled in stone, as you humans say. It's probabilities. But they all exist. You will experience what you're the energy of. But looking at it from a linear perspective, because we know that when you create a linear experience, you create a connected continuity to other realities that simultaneously coexist that you call the past and that you call the future for convenience sake. But they all exist right now. But the point is that even when you create that linear connection, whatever you choose to be in the present, that's a completely different person from moment to moment to moment to moment to moment. So when you redesign and redefine yourself as a completely different person in the present, that means that in order to actually have become that person, you had to have a different past. So the present actually changes the past. Does that make sense?
No.
Absolutely.
When you define who you are, right now, every moment, you make new connections to other simultaneous realities that you call the past and the future. But you do that every single time you change, every single moment. So you're never the same person, literally, and you never have the same past. You only think you do. And when you stop creating that sense of continuity, or you design the continuity or focus the continuity connections to serve you in the way you prefer, then you will realize that you can take what we call the 13th step. And when you truly define who you are, then it's not about the fact that you've changed and you no longer do that. You never did. You understand? That was a different person. That is a different person. So let's say, for example, someone experiences what you call an addictive habit. If they truly allow themselves to fully understand that they become a new person in each moment, then they will understand that the person they are now never had the habit. That's why there's no urge. You can see this clearly demonstrated physically in your reality in cases that your doctors call multiple personality disorder. There are documented cases on your planet of one personality having a cancerous tumor, but as soon as they shift to the next personality, they don't. There are documented cases of one personality having allergic reactions and another personality not. There are even cases of one personality having one color eye and another a different color eye. They are literally different people, literally. And so are you, from moment to moment to moment to moment to moment to moment to moment.
Or what?
When you really know that, then you will know that at every moment you are at ground zero.
That's amazing.
Whatever past you want is what you get. Whatever future you want is what you get.
Sorry, if I don't want to
With
hurt
that
you.
person you are being right now.
It's like a strip of film. You know, that each new strip of film, when you play them all together, it looks like there's motion. But in reality, you're looking at each
But
individual
every
piece.
frame is static, has no motion in it, and it only is because that film is moving in front of a projector light that we get the illusion of motion. So he's saying every parallel reality is like a static frame. There is no motion in it. The only way we experience change and time and movement in space is because the projector light, which is our consciousness, is actually shining through billions of those frames per second, creating the experience we call space-time motion change.
So what's the best way to surf that energy.
Well, what I said about the idea of aligning with energies that are representative of your passion, because basically that's what Bashar is saying. When you feel excited about something, when you feel that something contains passion, the reason to act on it is because passion and excitement is your physical body's translation of the vibrational energy that actually represents who you really are, what your true core vibration is. And so acting on that thing is like aligning with the compass needle that points to your true magnetic north. And any other deviation from that is going to actually create more effort, more struggle, more strife.
I think probably crack cocaine is I can be really passionate about that. But,
Difference between anxiety and
Right.
excitement. You have to be really honest about what it is that you're doing and why you're doing it, because many people, if they're in denial, will attempt to define anxiety and fear as excitement because they don't want to look at that thing. So you have to be really honest about the difference between the two.
what are the best tools to get that honest? Because a lot of people spend their whole lives and
Yes.
they're never able to take that kind of look.
Well, according to Bashar, it's really, first of all, of course, a willingness to discover what it is that's creating that anxiety and that fear within you. And from Bashar's perspective, every single emotion you have can only exist because you have a definition or a belief that exists first that you believe to be true. You can't have a feeling, from his perspective, without having a belief first, without defining something to be true. So if you have a certain feeling like fear or anxiety, he's basically saying if you're willing to discover what's causing that, all you really need to do is ask yourself a simple question and start some honest investigation within yourself, which is, what would I have to believe is true about myself in relation to this situation in order to feel this way? And if you're willing to discover what those beliefs are, once you identify it, any belief that's truly out of alignment with your true positive self will appear to be illogical and nonsensical because it doesn't actually belong to you. You probably picked it up from your parents, your friends, your society growing up. And since it belongs to someone else, it will not feel right once you identify it. And once you realize it's illogical and doesn't belong to you, you'll automatically drop it.
I want to drop my...
Is not the result of the past.
All right, I'm going to drop my sciatica pain. What belief am I holding on to that it actually can exist? I don't know. Any advice? That's pretty cool. That's hard to wrap your head around. It's cool. It's cool though. Anyway, that's Bashar's advice. Love y'all. Have a good day. Bye.